Those who love Nigeria are with them, and they believe that call has done so well. Example, with a Wike that delivered Abuja local government council or so, right, to APC, Egbekegbe, is currently like their poster boy, because he's the one who has now introduced what he called the Rainbow Coalition between APC and PDP. That's what they had in River State, and they're about to put to test. Or they have actually done it. They did local government election with the sole administrator, where PDP and APC shared the whole states, among themselves, according to how Wike drafted it. So he's done the same thing in Abuja. And this time, he's reminding every one of you who thinks that, Tifnumbu is not doing well. It is time for all of you to see that he is actually doing well. See how Abuja people are now supporting APC. That APC, that has never won election inside the asshole rock, actually won it this time, and the rest. Baba Wike sees himself as a governor of Abuja. Therefore, he first of all, right, he released what he called the statewide broadcast. I've been a citywide, I don't know what he called it, but it's actually a broadcast. Talking about how and why some of you are currently misjudging APC and its acceptability among Nigerians. And there's nothing you can really say about it. They will keep winning. This is about winning.
I'm pleased to address you today as we celebrate the successful conclusion of the FCT area council elections. The peaceful conduct of the election is a testament to the commitment of the people of the Federal Capital Territory to democracy and good governance. I thank the residents for believing in the renewed and credible democratic process being championed by the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic. To all the candidates who participated in the election, I commend their belief in our democracy. Their participation is a proof of their commitment to ensuring that the voice of the minorities heard, even when it is the majority that will always have this way. Most especially, I congratulate the All Progressive Congress, APC, and the People's Democratic Party for their victories. This election has indeed shown that Nigeria now know the ruling party and the real opposition party. Also, the election has further exposed the hypocrisy of people who go about buying corns and granules from roadside sellers for the purpose of campaign just to deceive Nigerians. Yesterday, the residents of FCT demonstrated that they cannot be deceived by emergency Democrats who are choosing not to see anything good in our country and the government. I thank Mr. President for the development he has brought to the FCT. This election is a reflection of the President's vision and leadership, and a testimony that the New Hope agenda has brought optimism and confidence to the people of the FCT. No doubt, the commitment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to improving the lives of Nigerians, particularly the residents of the FCT, have not gone unnoticed. The New Hope agenda has given us hope for a brighter future, and we are confident that under his leadership, the FCT will continue to be a model of development and progress. I commend the President for standing firm in defense of democracy, particularly in ensuring the amendment of the Electoral Act to strengthen the conduct of credible elections. This demonstrates his commitment to improving our democratic process. Let me at this juncture also congratulate the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for conducting a free, fair and credible election. This is a reflection of the Tinubu's commitment to strengthen democratic institutions and ensuring that our electoral processes are transparent and reliable. I also commend the security agencies for their dedication to duty, ensuring the peaceful conduct of the election. Their efforts have contributed to the successes of this democratic exercise. To the winners of the elections, I congratulate you on your victory. You have been given a mandate to serve the people, and I urge you to do so with humility, dedication, and commitment to excellence. Work tirelessly to improve the lives of the residents and bring development to our communities. To the residents of the FCT, especially those in satellite towns, I once again commend you for coming out in large numbers to exercise your franchise and for doing so in a peaceful and orderly manner. Your participation affirms your trust in our democracy, and I urge you to continue to support the government.
Democracy. That's really Wike, Abuja governor. So immediately he recorded and released that. Then he went straight to the asshole rock, okay, to go and genuflect and then celebrate just before other things, step by step, right? Yeah, with a Wike.
I've always said it's not good for somebody. You wake up in the morning, you wake up in the afternoon, you wake up, you just comment without really knowing fully what has happened. I never. It was Mr. President approval that said, look, the movement should be restricted because of security report that people are trying to bring in hoodlums. Mr. President said this is what should happen, not to me. And he did not even read the speech. Just to tell you, busybody. And I've always said, it's not everything you must comment. If you must comment, go and find out actually what happened. If you look at it, by the approval of Mr. President, he has said restriction from 8 p.m. on Friday, and that people should work free day so that they can go back to their various area councils and participate in the electoral process. And this is not the first time, but you see, people who want to, I with all due respect, and I've always said so, people like Femi Falana must not always comment just because you want to comment. Comment on something you know about. Comment on something you have facts. You can't just wake up here, somebody say this, without even you verifying, investigating before you make comment. That's not the way it is. It's not a popularity show. It's not a popularity show. And people like Femi should sometimes calm down and investigate this thing they said. Is it correct? It's not correct. I'm a minister working under the president, and the president gave approval. So I did not impose coffee. The president has power to say, look, from so time to so time, that should not be based on intelligence and security reports. What's happened in Abuja, as far as I'm concerned, the FCT is to show that when there are good works, people will always appreciate it. This is the first time where a ruling party, a government, have won not only most of the cities, but even in the villa. It has never happened. And what has made me happy today is that his touch in the satellite towns is unprecedented. When you go to the satellite towns, you can't believe what is there. People who have not seen the impact of government and say, can this really be true? And it is his politics and his attempt to make sure that giving people back their hope, and that is what has led to the victory of APC today in FCT. Because I've never had any doubt. I do know that the Rainbow Coalition will always take the day. And like I've said, the conduct was free, was fair from the reports, but I do know that there's no day if you put an election that the Rainbow Coalition will not. We're not talking about it. In River State, we'll make sure that every politician comes together for the interest of the River State. And we agreed that the candidates must fall under the APC. And of course, if you look at the figures, there's no match, there's no rival. So we're very happy that today that the APC has strengthened our strength in River State. It has never been like that before. It's because
APC has been strengthened in River State. It's still in PDP, even though that doesn't even count anymore with Wike. Others didn't actually agree with him. Okay, they've had their way as expected anyway. So because until now, the ministers of FCT, they have never been involved in the elections or politics, the local politics there, like where Wike got involved. So they have always left the Abuja people to decide their own thinking. And it's never been this, controversial. So a PDP lady who also participated in the election has joined the Obidient movement, because the Obidient movement, they have rejected the results of, especially that of AMAC, the Abuja Municipal Area Council, right? The one that is at the center that controls all those Asorok, all those places. So where a guy called Moses contested, and he was projected to win until they did the abracadabra, and then he was declared the loser, or APC was declared the winner. Meanwhile, it is actually APC that is APC chairman that is currently in charge of that local government, that's AMAC. But for this lady, he is PDP, not Obidient.
Honorable Zaka Mekalagu, but with great sadness, I'm compelled to state that the election, the councillorship election, was marred by serious irregularities, particularly at the point of collation. Our records show that we won convincingly at the majority of the polling units. However, the figures were manipulated during the collation process to favor the APC candidates. We view this as a direct assault on democracy. We declared that the election was rigged, and this experience underscored the urgent need for electoral reform, including real-time transformation of results. The experience of this past weekend showed that Nigeria still has a long way to go, and we need urgent electoral reform. This is the only way to protect the integrity of the ballot. I want to thank my supporters who ignored the general voters' apathy to stand by me. I appreciate your loyalty and your courage. Your effort was not in vain. I wish to state again that we are not accepting these results. Our legal team is already preparing to review the process, and we will be taking a step forward after that. We will pursue this matter to its logical conclusion at the tribunal. We remain determined to reclaim the mandate that was freely given to us by the people of citizens.
Right, you're going to go to court, Abby? Yesterday, I was talking about the visible, or being at the existential crack in this their coalition when it comes to the SPV boys, the articulators, as well as the Obidient. I explained as much as I could the last time. 24 hours after that, that same crack is pretty much like well pronounced now. How? I understand Obidient movement. Then they joined ADC. So joining the ADC, they keep the movement, and the articulators who are currently claiming that they decided to stay away because this Obidient hijacked their campaign. That was their own excuse, again, about the crack in their coalition. So the Obidient are very much suspicious of what the intention of Atiku and others are against Obi. So therefore, right, they are not like fully in that ADC. Because I expected the ADC as a party, okay, to come out and possibly make their own pronouncement on the elections, okay? But rather, it is the Obidient movement first. Tanko, is it called Yunusa Tanko? Yeah, the day of the election when it felt like they are being rigged in that AMAC, he made a video calling on the voters in Abuja to come out en masse and to resist the rigging. This was it.
The situation in this country is becoming more alarming than I thought. At the moment now, reports reaching us in the situation room indicate that Gwarimpa, Gariki, and Kauru results are ready since 9 o'clock, and they refuse to announce it just because Dr. Mo is leading. And that is why the chaos is everywhere within those particular places. At the moment, as we're talking, there's going to be heavy mobilization. Tear gas has been shot at everyone. So now I'm using this opportunity to call on all Nigerians to be vigilant and come out in this respect. Yes, I know some people are saying, why am I not? I'm there myself. And this is the time also the political party leaders of the ADC must come out with volume of positions saying that no to this election rigging, because the target is to rig out Dr. Mo, who is already leading in this particular election. And this is the test that they are trying to arrange for the general election. We must battle this one now. And I'm urging everybody to come out, please, to the rescue of Dr. Mo, because he has won this election, and that is why they are afraid, and they brought out all the governors manipulating and bringing all the money that they've stolen, with all due respect. But at this point in time, we don't care. We just want to get the election correct and all. Please, let's mobilize as quickly as possible. They must announce.
But that never happened. They did mobilize, they did create a scene, but like those who have participated in the Nigerian election before, the collation center is the place where rigging takes place. Usually, that is a place where the ruling party will flex their muscle, and they will shut out the opposition from witnessing the collation of results. They would have to fence them out. Only the ruling party and their agents and everything will have access to all these election materials, the result and everything. And everything you thought you've recorded at your units when you voted will be changed. Maybe not everything, but everything. They will change everything. And that is when the people will begin to wonder, how did the result change? Sometimes people do overwhelm them at those collation centers, okay? They will overwhelm the security and say, no, we want to see it. And then the right thing will be done. But not always. For those who have participated in their elections. When the weekend there to make a statement, and there is nothing that was going to stop him. Share you guys. So the election would not be free and fair. The whole report about it obviously showed that, right? But here is the position of Obidient movement. Okay. First, the guy himself, Mo, also rejects the results. And he's going to go to Kotabe.
Let it be known and recorded in history that what we witnessed in this election was not merely a contest for office. It was a declaration of dignity by a people who refused to surrender their future. I have reviewed outcome as announced. While I firmly believe, based on our extensive engagement and the overwhelming spirit of our movement, that we earned the sacred mandate of the people, I strongly condemn the declared results as they do not reflect the true will of the residents of Abuja. Even among those who voted, many have expressed deep disagreement with the announced outcome due to widespread irregularities. This includes the restrictions of movement by the imposition of curfew, alteration and mutilation of polling unit results, which tragically contributed to the death of Musa Abubakar at the Gwagwa polling unit while trying to resist their actions. The intimidation and attacks on the ADC party members by security agencies, massive vote buying across several wards, and voter suppression caused by the late arrival of election materials in key polling units, including Kabusa, among many others. These actions undermine the integrity of the electoral process and the confidence of the people in our democracy. Our movement was never built on the fragile foundation of titles. It was built on the enduring foundation
of integrity. And we get that. You are dealing with criminals. And you are talking about your foundation. I mean, your movement is not built on a title and the rest of that. That is, but yeah, he rejects the results. He believed that it was rigged out, but more. Come on, man. How could you score 8? at your own polling unit. Like, come on. Because me, I've been trying to kind of like review that. So I'm expecting him to say, no, that's not what happened. I scored this number at my polling unit. They recorded 8 for me. I mean, 7 for me. Papa,